Morning! Happy New Year! Haven't checked in for a while, so I thought I'd just come down to the allotment and have a look. I have been here tidying up, putting compost on, all the normal things really, but I just thought I would come down, show you what's still in the ground, what's little bits and pieces to harvest. A lot of it is gone though. My daughter's been taking a big rucksack every time she comes down, so that kind of makes it a bit thin on the ground. It just makes me realise how much I need to plant next year, so fairly new, second year, and how much is still in the freezer, what I can use up, what I should preserve, what I should freeze, and how much more I should grow. So it's freezing cold. It's like our last frost date is meant to be the 15th of April, so it seems like a long way off at the moment. It's -4 this morning. It's like a dry frost. I'll just turn you around and show you sort of sunrise. It's like 8:30 in the morning. No one here. It's a very quiet allotment. There's few people come here in the winter. It gets busier in the spring. But this is my original, the first plot, and just over there where that little shed is my second plot. So we'll go and have a quick look. Okay, so we're in my fruit cage, and well, it's all pretty dormant. As you can see, I ripped out all of my old blackcurrant bushes and replaced those with a few new ones, and got a couple of little buds coming. And so they were seedlings from one of my neighbours. We've got some new blackcurrant bushes. Everything's been tied in, everything's been composted or manured around the base, ready to go. My calyx looking very sad, but they've been great. They've been really tall, yeah, I'm sure they will start growing again, and those can get a little bit bigger than they are now. We've had tons off of these all over, really from October time. I'm going to pick some today. I've got my knife in my pocket because there's still some nice big fluffy ones, and these plants aren't actually frozen. So here's the other border, that raised bed that I covered. So that's all looking tickety-boo now, ready to go for spring planting. There are a few, I've still got some mustards and some herb things, some leaves in there, but not that many. I planted them a bit late this year. So last year my chilies were amazing. I had so many, I just didn't know what to do with them really. I mean, there was far too many. My family don't really like too much spicy food, but I do. And so I had to kind of get used to the idea of making some more sauces, or how I was going to look after them really. So I did just simply cut them in half and freeze them, and these are some of my Scotch bonnets. As you can see, they were great. They ripened throughout, so I just literally cut them in half, de-seeded them, and they are ready to just throw in food as they are. The other thing I did the first time was to make some sriracha. I'm just bundling around in there. I haven't actually got much left, but it was amazing. And it was, if you don't know what sriracha is, it's a fermented chili. So with my last batch, with my last batch of chilies that I picked, I just decided to ferment them for about 3 weeks with some garlic, and then try out just a sriracha recipe. And I will definitely do that again, because I've only had one jar and everyone's been using it because it's just a good taste, and you can just sprinkle it over food and things like that. But I'm just going to go upstairs and show you the grow light set up and my chilies upstairs. So my spare room has been completely taken over by the growing station. It's become like a multi-purpose room. This sort of pull down bed, and like drying rack, and my training bike, and a growing station. So just turn around and have a look. Now I bought a small propagator, and it really wasn't man enough. So that was the year before last. I've still got a couple of different chilies. They've been a bit slow, so we'll see how they go. I'll just leave those ones because the other ones have germinated. Got some peas. So I'm going to plant those out after this frost. I will plant them out, or at least put them into bigger pots and put them in the greenhouse. There's my second batch. The rest are all onions of different types. Let's have a look. I've got Zebrun and Matador and Tonda Rossa and Tonda Musona, all sown on the 8th of January. And more Tonda Musona, Rossa Lunga, and we've got some of the more familiar varieties like Ailsa Craig and Bedfordshire Champion. Now these ones are actually coming up. Let's just have a quick look, see if we can see them on the camera here. Yes, there you go. They're just coming through now. So they do take a while. I mean, I had these stacked and in the warm room downstairs, and then I thought I'd just bring them up and maybe have a bit of light with them as well. So they've got a bit of light coming down from my grow lights, but you can see they're just a few of them just coming through now. How comes I can see them but I can't see them on the camera? There you go. So they're breaking through. So that's 10 days now. So day 10, and the onions are starting to come through. Just take this lid off, it's a lot easier. We've got some condensation to deal with there anyway. But here we have, no, it's not French salad leaves. Turn it around. We've got some of the skinny aubergines, and they look very like the chilies at this stage. They, I mean, hardly look different, do they? Maybe a little bit smaller, but you know, we've got the tiny aubergines. I've just put them into these cells from the trays. We've got Californian Wonder peppers, and we have, these have just germinated like the last day or so. I was waiting for them to all come through. That's the sweet pepper Mercia, and I planted those on the 2nd of the 1st, so they've taken quite a while to come through, but they're looking strong now. And the rest are all, these are all Scotch bonnet. Yeah, these ones are Scotch bonnet, which are my favourite sort of chilies to grow because they're so fruity, and they're really great for sriracha sauce, and they're really good to use in cooking, and they're just beautiful to look at when they grow. So it's the exciting start of the grow year. I've also got some carrots in pots that haven't germinated yet, but I've just planted those. And I've got some kale, which are now small plants. It's tiny, you know, the seedlings have just come through, they're developing their second leaf. So they were very successful last year, just to have an early crop, and really by the time that they grow on and move them into the greenhouse or into a sunny windowsill, and you know, they're quite frost hardy, you just need to get them to a nice size so that you can actually take them, you know, ease them into going outside, and eventually when they're small plants, plant them into the garden. But by then, I mean, the warmer weather would have come. I may have said earlier, our last frost date was around the 15th of April last year. This is, you know, I think zone 8 in the southeast of England. So yeah, really looking forward to that date. Okay, have a great week, and I hope your growing's going well. You're getting excited, getting your seeds together, and ready for the growing year.